Story 1. I've been working out at my gym ever since graduating from college. The reason I work out at this gym is because of its late night hours. It's open from 5 a.m. to 1 a.m. every day. I have a very high stress job. Thus, I work until at least 11 almost every night. So whenever I have the energy, I hit the gym for a late night workout. It all started on a cold winter night. I finished work and went straight to the gym. It was nearly 11, so the gym was basically empty. It was just me and the guy at the front desk. My gym has a ton of treadmills. They are all located towards the back of the gym and far away from the front desk. They are organized in rows. Since I'm usually the only person there this late at night, I always use one of the treadmills in the front row. I quickly stretched and started jogging. I was planning to jog for 2 miles, then take a water break before running another 2 miles. After a few minutes of jogging, I noticed a strange man come into the gym. He was wearing jeans and a white t-shirt with a demon on it. He had a hat on real low, so you couldn't see most of his face. He walked directly towards the treadmills. After looking me over from head to toe, he began jogging on the treadmill directly next to me. Mind you, every other treadmill was free, and this creep needed to be right on top of me. Seeing that I wanted to finish up this workout as quickly as possible, I simply kept running. I noticed out of the corner of my eye that the old man was occasionally glancing over at me. I was simply too tired to care. I finished up the first 2 miles of my jog and stopped to take a water break. I walked over to the vending machine to buy a bottle of water. I took 5 minutes to catch my breath before walking back to the treadmills. To my surprise, the old man was gone. Relieved, I ran for another 2 miles and headed into the locker room to take a shower. My gym's locker room is relatively large and includes quite a few showers. It was completely empty at that time of night. I took off my sweaty gym clothes and got into one of the showers. I took a quick shower and walked to my locker. When I was in the middle of getting dressed, I heard a shuffling noise. It sounded like something moved inside one of the lockers. When I turned around, my blood ran cold. I saw 2 eyes peering at me through one of the small slits in the locker directly across from me. I screamed in terror, and the strange man burst out from the locker and quickly began coming towards me. I ran out of the locker room and yelled towards the front desk for help. The employee at the front desk called the police, and they quickly came to the gym. They found no trace of the strange man. Even worse, he never swiped his card to get in. He simply walked past the guy at the front desk, so there was no record of his identity whatsoever. I haven't gone to the gym since. I recently bought myself a treadmill and now do all of my workouts at home. Stay safe at the gym. That creep staring at you might just be a total monster. Story 2. I'm the kind of person who likes to work out in silence. I don't go to the gym to meet friends or to network. I go to work out by myself. It's a sort of zen time for me. Everything was going well until one late night workout. It was towards the end of my workout and I was finishing up my last set of dumbbell curls. As I was re-racking the dumbbells, a personal trainer approached me. I never saw this personal trainer before. He was a very tall and lanky guy. To be honest, it didn't look like he worked out a day in his life. "Hey sir, can I interest you in a personal training session?" the man asked me robotically. "No thank you. I prefer to work out on my own," I replied. "Oh come on, you can use some help. Your form can be improved using my techniques," the man insisted. "No really, I'm okay," I answered. After being pandered like this for over 10 minutes, I walked out of the gym. I was annoyed, but everyone needs to make a living, so I could see where he was coming from. A few days later, I went to the gym at the same time. I finished up my weightlifting and was jogging on the treadmill. After starting my jog, The lanky personal trainer once again approached me. "Hello, sir. Could I interest you in a personal training session?" he asked, in the same robotic voice. No thanks. You asked me yesterday already," I answered shortly. "Well, come on," he insisted. Yet again, the trainer continued begging me to use his services. He was so annoying that I cut my workout short and left the gym. This same behavior went on for a few weeks. After giving it some thought, I decided to call the gym manager and file a formal complaint against the trainer. The next few weeks went very well. The manager fired the trainer, and my workouts continued uninterrupted. Don't get me wrong, I felt bad about getting the guy fired, but he deserved it. He had been harassing me for weeks. One night after finishing up a workout, I was sitting on my couch watching a movie. I was still sweaty, so I walked over to the bathroom to take a shower. I pulled back the shower curtain and nearly fell over. The personal trainer was standing in my shower. He had a large grin on his face and a long butcher's knife. "Well now, let's have a personal training session," he mumbled to me as he began stepping out of the shower. I sprinted out of the bathroom and ran down my hallway. To my dismay, I tripped over my gym clothes that I had left on the floor. I fell to the ground and the trainer leaped towards me. He swung the knife and stabbed me in my arm. I slugged him as hard as I could and pushed him off me. I ran out of my front door and went directly to my neighbor's house. We called the police. Officers found the personal trainer hiding underneath my bed, holding the butcher's knife. He repeatedly yelled that we had a personal training session scheduled for that night. He is now being held without bail. I still go to that same gym. The gym is my sanctuary. It brings me so much joy. To the pushy personal trainers out there, stop it. We know you need to make a living, but please, just let us work out. Story 3. The gyms in my area have been closed for the past few months due to the pandemic. As a gym manager, this has been very hard on me. When the governor announced that gyms can reopen, I was on top of the world. Seeing that our employees all got other jobs and corporate said funds were low, I had to prepare the gym for reopening on my own. As soon as I re-entered the gym, something felt off. Usually, when you leave a place empty for a while, it develops a sort of musty smell. The gym just didn't have that scent. So excited to finally be back at work, I ignored it. The first night went pretty well besides that. I cleaned down the entire weight section and started organizing the front desk. I left at well after midnight. When I opened the door to leave, the front door was unlocked. I could have sworn that I locked it, but I was exhausted and not too sure. Once again, I brushed it off and went home. The next day was also very weird. I had to clean off and rearrange the cardio equipment. Before spraying down each treadmill, I made sure that it was unplugged. After going through the first 20 or so treadmills, I noticed that one was still plugged in. I thought that was extremely weird, as I specifically remembered unplugging each treadmill before closing a few months prior. Once again, I was tired, so I shook it off and headed home. The next day I had to clean up the locker rooms. After scrubbing the lockers down, I moved on to the sauna. I was concerned that mold had developed in the sauna as it was left off for so many months. I slowly opened the sauna door and couldn't believe my eyes. Someone made the sauna into a full bedroom. There was a sleeping bag, food, and newspapers scattered all over the place. I was suddenly pushed from behind and fell into the sauna. The door slammed behind me. I stood up and peered through the glass at the top of the sauna door. A large man stared back at me. He was dressed in ripped clothes and had an unkempt beard. He smiled at me and slowly walked away. I quickly tried to open the door, but the man put a chair in front of it, effectively locking me in the sauna. I was trapped in the sauna for more than 2 days. After not hearing from me, my friends reported my last known whereabouts to the police. Needless to say, I'm lucky to be alive. I quit my job soon after that. No job is worth your safety, or in my case, your life.